So imagine trying to learn a new language, but instead of staring at an app, you're talking to a friendly robot. A robot that can actually see you, hear you, and chat with you in real time. Well, that's exactly what we built for the Gemini Live hackathon. This is LinguaLive, and it's a totally interactive language tutor. Let me show you what makes it so special.
Okay, so what makes LinguaLive feel so, different? For starters, this isn't just some chatbot. You can have a real back-and-forth conversation. You can even interrupt it, just like you would with a person. And with its camera, you can literally hold up an object and ask, "Hey, what is this in German?" And it'll tell you. It's also super expressive, using gestures that actually sync up with its voice to make the whole thing feel more alive. But it's not just about the conversation. It's also smart. It remembers what you've learned from one day to the next and uses spaced repetition to make sure it all sticks. And for us tech folks in the audience, we've got full observability with Prometheus, so we can track its performance live. It's the whole package.
That's a whole lot of features, right? Now, you might be wondering how we get all of that to work together so smoothly. Well, we built LinguaLive on a really clean 4-layer architecture. This thing is not just some clunky single script, it's a properly designed system, built for stability and, for the future. So let's take a quick peek at the brains behind the robot body.
As you can see here, we've split the system into 4 main parts. First, you've got the Reachy Mini robot itself. That's the body. It's the eyes, the ears, the hands of our tutor. Then you have the Python orchestrator. Think of this as the brain that connects everything together. For its long-term memory and smarts, we use cloud services like Gemini, Supabase, and Memfo. And finally, there's the Cloud Run dashboard, which is kind of like its report card, showing you how your learning is going. The really key thing here is that each of these layers is decoupled, meaning they all operate independently. That makes the whole system incredibly robust and way easier to manage. All right, so now we get the architecture, the different pieces of the puzzle. But how does it all come together in a real conversation? I mean, how does the robot go from hearing your voice to actually talking back with a gesture, all in a split second? Let's break down that interaction loop.
It all happens in this super fast 4-step loop. Step 1, you speak. The robot immediately starts streaming your voice and whatever its camera sees straight to the cloud. Step 2, the Gemini Live API grabs all of that input and processes it on the fly. Step 3, Gemini sends back a response. And this is cool. It's not just the audio for its reply, but also something called tool calls. These are basically commands for actions, like nod your head to agree with you or save this new word to your memory. And finally, step 4, the orchestrator gets all this, and the robot acts. It speaks, it gestures, and it updates your lesson plan. This entire cycle happens so quickly that it just feels like a natural conversation. And this brings us to a really crucial point, especially for a hackathon project. LinguaLive was engineered from day one to be more than just a cool demo. We built it with real, production-grade practices because we wanted to create something that's actually ready for the real world.
This slide really says it all. A typical hackathon project, it might just be a single monolithic script. But LinguaLive, as we just saw, has that robust, decoupled architecture. A standard hack usually has 0 performance monitoring. We have full observability with Prometheus, letting us track stuff like response latency in real time. And while a lot of projects need to be deployed manually, LinguaLive is fully automated with CI/CD pipelines and Terraform. That means we can push out new software versions with just the click of a button. It's this commitment to solid engineering that I think really sets LinguaLive apart.
So, we've looked at the features, we've gone under the hood at the architecture, and we've talked about the engineering. We've covered the what and the how. But that leaves one final and probably the most important question. After all the code, all the cloud services, how does it all actually feel in a real conversation? Well, let's find out.
Let's start with our Dutch lessons.
Geweldig! Let's dive in. We'll start with the word hello, which is hello. Remember, the H is a bit softer. Can you say hello?
Hello.
That's perfect. Great pronunciation. Hello is correct.
Can you go with the next one?
Next up is how are you? In Dutch, it's hoe gaat het? The G sound is a bit guttural, which can be challenging. It's a common and polite phrase. Can you try hoe gaat het?
Hoe gaat het?
Wow, that was fantastic. Your pronunciation of the G sound was excellent. Hoe gaat het is correct. A common response is het gaat goed, which means it is going well.